You are now live, ladies.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
With the lamb?
Yes.
Okay. Just in case John calls. My hair shrunk.
Your hair did shrink. It's not poofy today. Like you know how you normally. It's not. Morning, Troy.
Good morning, morning. Hi, Dad.
What are these for? May I ask?
Huh?
What are these for?
The birthdays. They go along with those.
Morning, Tom.
Hi, Jackie and Eddie.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed.
Yes, we want to say a quick good morning to all of our viewers so far. We have Troy, Thomas, Sandra, Jackie. They all just popped up on my side. I know Jennifer can probably see a couple more than I can. Eddie, good morning to all of you. If you do not currently follow us on Facebook Live, we encourage you to do so. It's just a way to get a behind the scenes of what goes on when Z93, Outlaw Country, and MonsterMediaYuma.com all go to commercial break. Jennifer and I stay live the entire hour.
Now, we do have a lot going on today. Coming up in the show, we have... Hang on, I gotta find my sheet here.
We have Captain ADIBE coming in from MCAS. He's going to come in and talk about the air show coming up soon.
That's right. It's not as far away as you think. And then we also have Laura, Dana, and Alyssa McDonald from Country Club RV and Motors.
Alyssa O'Donnell.
Alyssa. I wrote the wrong thing down.
It's okay.
I must have McDonald on the mind. Sorry, Alyssa and Matthew. That's where she gets the last name.
Exactly. But they're going to come in and talk to us about what they have going on over at Country Club Motors and RV.
Good morning to Dale from Kentucky. What kind of weather are you having in Kentucky right now? We're having unseasonably warm weather here in the desert Southwest.
I didn't even wear a sweater this morning.
It's nice
and
out there.
I was not chilly.
I didn't wear boots. I just have slip-ons on. So.
I noticed both Anita and Janice are wearing sandals today, and I was like, might have to bring those back out. I haven't ventured off into wearing sandals yet, and I actually thought about it yesterday because it was quite warm, and I knew we would be outside watching that big game that went on yesterday, and I told myself, no, it's still quote-unquote Yuma winter, so I kept pants on. But although I love wearing shorts and t-shirt all summer long, I do enjoy this
we like
little bit of what we call winter.
Our other little season. Yes. Dale says cold as usual, actually a little warmer. It's supposed to get to 35 today after an evening low of 22.
Oh my goodness.
A few snow flurries.
Oh, yeah, no.
We have sun flurries in store today.
Yes, we have. That's exactly right.
Now, we've been promising you for several days that we're going to draw and announce the winner for our Ronnie's Pizza giveaway.
Yes, we've had lots of entries for that.
We have. We'll do this each Monday morning. The deadline to enter is at 8 a.m., and then we'll announce the winner right after 9 o'clock when we go live.
Okay.
Now, this week they are giving away a Philly cheesesteak, a large cheesesteak valued at $10.48. Lots of entries came in.
You know what? That is, Ronnie's Pizza has been around in the Yuma community for quite a long time. Didn't they just celebrate a birthday?
They did, but they've been in business for 38 years.
Oh my gosh!
So a number. I mean,
that's older than me.
Yes,
and I'm going to be considered middle aged in about 5 days. But no, Ronnie's is definitely a staple in the Yuma community, not only for their pizzas, but I know the Philly cheesesteak is my husband's favorite.
They have delicious food there. Well, yes. I see our winner actually just popped up on Facebook Live.
Woo-hoo.
We want to congratulate Ashley Van Y.
Well, congratulations.
Now, we'll open up the text lines for next week's giveaway starting right now.
Yes.
I think I may have already changed it. I don't recall.
If not, just go ahead and do it anyways.
That's right. Just text the keyword pizza. And hint, hint, the prize is not pizza next week. It's a large pasta dish with salad and garlic bread.
Sounds good.
So get those texts in, just the keyword pizza to 928-3430-993 by 8 a.m. next Monday, and the giveaways will change each week.
Sounds good.
All right, today is February 5th, and this is really, really weird. It's Shower with a Friend Day. And I don't, often we like to partake in the different national days that are recognized. And the reason behind this one, it says winter is the coldest and loneliest season of the year for many. And with dwindling daylight and Valentine's Day at its heart, February can often leave people feeling dejected and somber. So National Shower with a Friend Day injects a bit of humor into the season while also serving to educate people on the benefits of showering in fresh filtered water and the effects of chlorine, I guess.
You know what? The only friend I will be even consider take a shower with is my husband. So
Okay. I'm glad she said Kevin. That would be kind of weird.
Well, no, he's, like my best friend. So, of course, that would be the only person. I'm not going to venture off into, Jennifer, I love you, but we will not be taking a shower together.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm good. Well, it's also National Weather Person's Day.
Oh, I like this.
And this annual holiday commemorates the birthday of John Jeffries, who was born in 1744. And Jeffries was a scientist and a surgeon, and he's considered to be one of America's first weather observers. Mm-hmm. He kept weather records from 1774 to 1816, and he took his first balloon observation in 1784.
Wow.
Oh, look how far we've come since then.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much anyone with a weather app on their phone can give you the forecast.
You know what, though? But yes, although there is a lot of different weather apps you could go to, there's only maybe one that I actually really trust that seems to be consistently correct.
Is that me?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. That's the one you use, and you know it because we ask you all the time, are we expecting this? And I love it because you try to get it down to the hour, like when we are expecting rain. And
we do special events, and we need to know if wind is more often a factor than rain here in the desert, but it's something that we need to be aware of if we're going to be on location somewhere. We like to try and kind of get the science all figured out there.
Exactly. You do a great job.
Well, thank you.
As our resident weather lady.
So excited to do what I can. Now, we had a crazy news weekend, too. Started Friday night, and you know what? It's one of those things I almost think you should not know me or Teresa anymore, because we have had a close connection with a majority of the incidents that have happened lately.
You know what? And unfortunately, with being in media, we do get texts and calls, what is going on here, what's going on there. But one thing I do have to say is I go to Jennifer for it as well. But you know what? The reason we do that is because, Jennifer, you do something that a lot of people in the media community does not do. And you go straight to the source. Even if it's as vague as there's an accident right now there's an accident on 3E and 30 seconds.
Yeah, a truck with hay has lost part of their load.
Exactly.
And as you know, that can be a pretty messy situation, so just please be cautious in that area.
But you go to the source, even if it's just as vague as, there's a vehicle versus pedestrian or a two-car accident, you just get at least the information from the spokesperson for whatever agency is in charge of that scene. And get it out. You want to vet it before you put it out there. And I know that people trust you in your news when you put it out. When you say something, it's because you went to the proper sources to get that information.
Well, Friday night, and it was before 10, I know it was before 9:30, and a vehicle drove through a residence not too far from the station here off 16th and El Pueblecito.
Yes.
Thank God the individuals inside the home were not severely injured, because it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
But the vehicle drove through, and that's a bad area anyway. I know that people have concerns over there, and they want either a speed bump or some additional signage to be in place to try and deter some of that. It's not the first time that's happened.
No, and unfortunately, the residence that we were speaking of is a good friends of the family. I've known them. My parents grew up right next door to. My dad grew up right next door to them, and that I've been to that area quite a few times, and some people will use it as a back street to get through. And yes, it's a hard turn. And I don't think signage would do it. I think it's going to have to be something like a speed bump, because people travel, especially on the weekends when they've had, drinking and driving, and in this case, they found that the gentleman was drinking and was under the influence when he ran into the home. And like you said, thankfully nobody was hurt. It could have been very bad because the room that the vehicle ran into actually had their grandson in it. And thankfully he was on the side of the room that was not, it was damaged, but he was not hit. And they had to actually climb over the vehicle and through a little airway, a little hole that they had there, and the neighbors helped to get the child out. And it could have been way worse.
And the suspect attempted to flee. Thank goodness for vigilant neighbors who saw it happen, and they detained him.
Yep, exactly.
And they did so in a manner so police could get there and take care of the situation like they needed to. But we had a tragic situation that happened on Saturday, and very sad. Took the life of an 18-year-old young lady. A 16-year-old was also in the vehicle with her and injured. So, again, we cannot stress enough the importance of being safe. Please drive defensively yourself.
Yeah.
Look out for others. Make sure you know where you're going. A lot of the areas, especially out in the county, are dark. They're not very well lit. And you just might not be familiar with that. And I know we have a lot of additional traffic in town, whether it's agricultural or the winter visitors who might not be familiar with certain areas. And people are impatient. They might get behind someone going a little slower. They're trying to find their turnoff.
Yeah, and I was actually, I very rarely go out to the foothills, and actually I'm in town all the time, and we went out to, I went out to the foothills this weekend. My son had a birthday party out there, so I decided, I'm gonna go look around out here. I'm never out there, and it's almost like you're out of town out there with the additional traffic. It was kind of nerve-wracking because there was, and I have a little car, so a lot of these bigger trucks that are out there, it was kind of intimidating. Once I got used to it, I felt a little bit more comfortable, but it's totally different out there. I thought traffic was bad in here, out in town, but out in the foothills, it's triple what we have here, at least.
A mutual friend of ours a few weeks ago posted on her Facebook that said, hey, if you want to see a live-action game of Frogger, go out to the foothills about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
And she's not wrong. There's just a lot going on out there. And during that time of day, some people are probably already trying to head home.
Yeah.
Or get to their next golfing appointment. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but there's a lot of traffic. I lived out there for 12 years. I saw it, and it's only grown exponentially since then, and there is more infrastructure out there also. Yeah. You're right, it is like another city.
Yep, it sure is. But I did enjoy my time out there. Like I said, I don't venture out there very much, but I did enjoy the couple of hours that I was out there.
I went out there yesterday to pick up dinner because we did not want to go the delivery route. We thought that might prolong it because the big game was on TV, and certain establishments are super busy, so we went ahead and drove out there and cut our weight down quite a bit by doing so. But I know there's a lot of controversy going on in our community right now surrounding local TV and cable, and some people were not exactly happy starting on Friday.
As they should. I would be pretty upset too if I had that cable carrier.
And you have satellite, so
I do.
It was not a concern for you, but a lot of the population doesn't, and they were kind of stuck at an impasse with how do we watch the big games. Some people are concerned about the Olympics coming up, and I guess a lot of the Walmart locations had a run on antennas, and they were kind of wiped out. Someone said she got the last one, I think, at Best Buy. And we were pretty fortunate in that, it gave some alternative options as to how you could view it. We didn't all want to sit and watch it on a computer, but Jay said, hey, remember I have this cable, so, my dorm I could watch stuff.
Oh, that's right. From his computer to his TV.
And we have a Blu-ray. That's how we access our Hulu and Netflix and stuff. And I said there's other options there because we thought maybe MSNBC would have it. And it did not. But I go, hey, actually get on the web and go to NFL.com. And it wanted to update Adobe, and it wouldn't show us the whole screen. We're trying to do it with the little remote.
Finally, the struggle.
Finally, we ended up hooking up the laptop with the HDMI cable, and we got it situated. But that was before. I have my newer laptop here at the station because the other drove me crazy. It was too slow. And it was buffering a little bit. So I wasn't doing my thing. The 3 other people were watching the game in the living room, and I'm just in my own little world. I
was going to say, did you watch any of the commercials at
halftime?
halftime?
I only saw 3. I watched halftime at my computer, and I saw Jeff played the Eminem commercial for me with Danny DeVito. That was cute. cute. And then later I saw the one with Eli Manning.
The actual NFL
Odell Beckham. That was, I loved that. I did love that.
Yeah,
and
that was one of my favorites.
I like the Vikings and the truck commercial.
Yes.
That was creative. I like that whole concept.
And you know, I had a few favorites as well. One of them being the Australia.com commercial, because they made it look like it was a TV trailer. So I'm sitting there or a movie trailer.
Was that Dundee?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm like going through and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a fun, just kind of going through it. I'm like, oh, this would be kind of a funny movie. And then they go on and realize it's an actual commercial. I think they played that one very well. I also liked the NFL one, the T-Mobile babies. It was more of a positive spin on, these babies don't know race, they don't know color, they don't know judgment, they don't know anything, and basically that they're our future, so let's keep it that way type of thing. So I love the message behind that one. Another funny one was definitely the Morgan Freeman lip singing to Missy Elliott one. I forget the little guy.
Peter Dinklage.
There you go.
From Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so those were definitely some of my favorites. Halftime, you know, a lot of people are criticizing Justin Timberlake, but I have been a Justin Timberlake fan since NSYNC. And if you know me, you know that I love and still will enjoy NSYNC. So I've always been a Justin Timberlake fan. So I did enjoy it in that realm, because he did sing a lot of his hits, his past hits as well. But like you said, he played it safe, and I think in playing it safe, it wasn't as grand of a show as
over the top of as we've come to expect.
My favorite is definitely still going to be Bruno Mars. I love me some Bruno. So, but yes, Justin did well, and like you said, I think he played it safe. So.
And go Eagles!
Go Eagles! I was you know what? And it was a good game.
It was the last minute that I watched, but that's if I had it my way, the halftime, the commercials, and the last minute of the game. That's all I need.
And you know what though? I watched the whole entire thing, and watching it back and forth, there were some really good plays, and you know, that's the way a football game should be. It was all the way down to the last touchdown.
Oh, sure is. We'll do a little more of Super Bowl recap towards the end of the show today, because we do need to get to our guests. But first, some birthdays. A few birthday shout-outs, and we want to thank all of those individuals who have already sent in birthday entries. We have a phenomenal prize from Firehouse Subs that we are giving away. Now, if you have a birthday and it's one that we mentioned during the week, you're automatically entered into the giveaway.
Yes.
And it's a medium sub, chips, drink, and a dessert from Firehouse Subs.
Sounds good.
So if you have a birthday coming up, send us your own birthday. We don't care. You can go to our website at monstermediayuma.com, click on the Today in Yuma tab, and you have it all set up there for them to enter.
Yes, I sure do. It's a little entry form, kind of like the one you would fill out if you wanted to be a guest on the show. I've already started to get a lot of entries, and make sure when you send your entry to put the actual date of the birthday shout out, the date that their birthday is, so that we can get it in, and we can get you in on the right week as well.
That's right. Today we have a few birthdays. One of my sweet friends, Joe Chen from the Oriental House in Yuma, celebrating a birthday.
Happy birthday.
Also, my aunt, I don't know if she's watching yet, but my Aunt Sherry Johnson celebrating a birthday. That's my mom's little sister. And Melinda Mendeville, been here on the show with us several times.
Yes, she sure has.
Happy birthday, Brittany Glazer and Shannon Price Avalos. And her husband already posted, I'm so lucky to be married to this amazing woman.
Aww.
So she's got a sweetheart there, too. So happy birthday to all of you. Get your entries in. We're getting some for well into the future already. So just send them to us. You can message them to us on social media or go to the website, whichever is easier for you. We'll put them all together.
Yeah, sounds good.
Firehouse Subs. They're Firehouse Public Safety Foundation, saving lives through donation grants. So thank you so much for partnering with us, Firehouse Subs. Yes. Today in Yuma is brought to you by Classic Accounting. Make your appointment to get your 2017 taxes done at Classic Accounting at their Yuma or Foothills location. Call 343-1040 to schedule your appointment today.
And Sprague Sports is home of Yuma's only indoor shooting range, and they're your hunting and shooting headquarters on 32nd Street next to Lowe's. Try out that gun before you buy it in a controlled environment.
And Quick Refrigeration. They are family owned and operated, and they've been heating and cooling the Yuma area since 1955. Visit getcoolquick.com.
and our friends over at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services. We want to give a shout out to Sandra and all of her awesome workers out there. I know that they're listening right now, aren't they?
And congratulations to Caesar and Jenny on the birth of their little guy, Caesar. He was born, I think, January 26th. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services are locally owned and have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. You can give them a call at 928-343-9149. Message them on Facebook or Instagram.
We'll be back with Today in Yuma on Z93 Outlaw Country and MonsterMediaYuma.com after the break.
Them on Facebook.
Woohoo, Lilo, we're glad you get your Today in Yuma too.
Good morning, JD.
Hi.
Hello.
Come on in. I don't know that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting you. Well, I'm Jennifer Blackwell. This is Teresa Straub.
Hi,
I'm
nice
sorry,
to. Oh, no worries. Come on in. Come on
And
in.
Captain Adibe.
Yes,
Okay.
where would you like me to?
That first.
The very first chair right there.
And you're on Facebook Live, just so you know.
Yes, our audience also watches on Facebook Live.
Hi.
Most people say, I wish I would have known, but you're looking dapper. And
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Always on point.
Thank you.
Great. What date is the air show?
March 17th.
Okay, that's what I thought. I know it's St. Patrick's Day, just making sure.
All right.
It's fine. I just turned it.
Okay. Throw me for a loop.
It's okay. I got you. Don't worry.
All right.
I don't live too far from here, so I always pass this place.
Oh,
do you?
Well, now you can honk when you drive by because
Yeah.
other people do.
I'll just stop in. Just randomly
You're
stop in.
here.
Hey,
You're
how
welcome
you doing?
anytime.
Yes, yes.
Anytime.
Lisa said he barely sang. He did, but I enjoyed it. Like
I
said,
missed
I'm
it.
gonna-
Are you talking about the?
Halftime.
Yeah, I missed it.
He dances. You know, he dances a lot, and he danced more than
And
he
there was
sang.
there was some good choreography there.
There
too.
was, but the audio too was a little messy.
It was, and they were mentioning that earlier.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of dull or flat at a couple different points, and I
Yeah.
knew it wasn't him. I knew it was the
audio,
engineering
yeah.
somehow.
I can't wait to see what Boss thinks because he's a stickler for musical engineering like
Well,
that. So
I love the selfie with the little boy in the
I know,
crowd.
and
Have
he's
you
all
seen-
Super Bowl
Have you
selfie.
seen the memes? One was that kid, and he shows him on his phone. He's googling who is Justin Timberlake.
Oh no!
Because he was young. He was a young
like
kid.
10.
Yeah, he didn't look very. Yeah, he was very young.
Tommy, we will wish her a happy birthday for you.
We sure will.
There's Matthew O'Donnell and Maudie.
Hi, Marty. Ooh, we have me, Marty, and Tina have a date.
Big date Friday.
No, we're gonna go
Thursday,
Thursday
yeah.
because it's too much to try and fit in on Friday.
You can do the
Yes.
whole thing. Aren't you gonna do all three?
No, they don't have it here.
Oh, only in Phoenix.
Only in Phoenix. So, but we're gonna. I've already caught up on one. Need to catch two, and then I'll be good for three.
I'm sorry.
I know. it's
We,
not
we,
your
we
thing.
need to find something that we,
But see,
we all enjoy together.
Me and Marty and Tina have went to every single one of those movies together.
Justin's scared to shake.
All right, we
Did we get
have
your,
about
is it
40.
Captain?
Yes.
Okay, I'm like, I didn't get your rank wrong, did I?
No.
Okay.
You got it right.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I wrote it down the way he told me. He sent me an email.
Everybody gets my last name wrong though. Usually.
Tina, that's awesome.
When you told me your name, I put like a pronouncer so that I would remember how to say it. And then
But
once
that's
I
how-
did that, I was good.
I get your press releases all the time, but that's how I said it in my head. So sometimes after I've dealt with a lot of people via email for a long time, I'm like, oh, I was way off.
Oftentimes people say Abide. And they get the D and the B mixed up.
That's what my son would do. Just because the lowercase b's and d's still trip him up. Or he's 8 now. All right, ready?
Yep.
Do I need these?
No, only if we get a call. Most people interact through social media, so we'll read the questions or comments.
Go ahead and pull the microphone close to you. Yeah, right there. There you go.
There you go.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We have a couple late birthdays that came through. Larry wants to wish his cousin Herb Allen a happy birthday. And Tommy Buchan wants to wish his sister, Tammy Buchanan, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday to both of you.
We'll make sure to include them in the Firehouse Subs giveaway for this week.
I'm adding them right now.
And good news, Tina says it's an exciting day after 3 weeks at Phoenix Children's Hospital. Her grandson, Demetrius, is coming home. So that's great news.
That is fantastic.
All right, next up with us in the studio, we have Captain ADIBE with Marine Corps Air Station Yuma because it's almost air show time already.
Yes, it is.
Well,
We're excited.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now the air show is coming up on March 17th this year, which is also St. Patrick's Day.
That's correct.
Will there be any intermingling of festivities?
Well, I certainly hope so. I hope to see. It will be in green, so.
There has to be. All right, well, give us some details about this year's air show, Captain.
Like you said, it's on March 17th. The gates open at 9 o'clock, so we're looking forward to having people come aboard at 9. One of our our headliner is the Patriots jet team, so that's one of the crowd favorites. And we also have the F-22 Raptor, the Air Force's F-22 Raptor, which is a sight to see.
Oh, I bet. Now, the static displays the air show portion is always phenomenal, but the static displays, too, give people an opportunity up close and personal to sometimes step into some of these aircraft or at least touch them and see all of the intricate inner workings associated there. A lot of people, you know there's some technology that goes into that, but you just don't really quite fathom it until you see it.
Right. What's really neat this year is we want to focus on the fact that it's not only static displays, but they're interactive as well. So you can actually go into the aircraft. A lot of people look and they're like, oh, I don't know if I can go in here. It's like, yeah, go in there. Talk to the pilots, talk to the crew, see what's going on. What type of aircraft is this? Ask questions. We're looking forward to having people out.
One of my favorite air shows, my son would have been 4. He had his little leather bomber jacket on.
Aww.
And they used to be in February. It was earlier, and I remember it was colder, and everyone was wearing jackets, but he had the opportunity to sit in one of the aircraft. Mm-hmm. And, of course, being the doting mom with a camera everywhere in tow, lots of pictures of that. I need to kind of see if we can recreate it, because technology, even the aircraft have changed so much in that number because he's 20 now. So right. It's been a couple of years.
Speaking of aircraft changes, we have the F-35 now, 5th generation aircraft. That's actually going to be doing a demonstration this year, so it's going to be pretty neat.
Now, has that replaced the Harrier, or was it something else?
Actually, it replaced 3 aircraft.
Okay.
So it's replacing. We got the F-18, the Harrier, and the AV-8B, which is the Prowler.
Okay.
So it's replacing all 3 of those aircraft.
Wow.
It has a lot of capabilities.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, and I love that Jennifer, I was going to say my son, that's probably one of his favorite things too, but that's one of, as an adult, going in there and seeing all these, you kind of, fangirl out too, because it's something, like you said, that you don't see every day. And growing up in Yuma, we're used to hearing the jets go by. Mm-hmm. We're used to seeing the aircraft in the sky and things. So to be able to actually stop and take a look at these aircraft and see, kind of read and get the details from the pilots on what exactly they do is kind of nice.
And it is interesting because we are so used to that in our community, especially if you might be one that lives in the flight path, like I am. I'm from a small community, and we had a little rural airport, and if someone was flying out, it was generally medical transport to Tucson for hospital purposes. Mm-hmm. So when my family was here a few years ago, my nieces were just in awe of all the aircraft that we have. And it's not just your traditional passenger plane or anything like that. So, what is that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah. It's the sound of freedom, they say, right?
Exactly,
yeah. Excuse me, that's one thing that I really want to hit on is the fact that, here in Yuma, we have a phenomenal group of people as far as our neighbors are concerned. Sometimes it gets a little loud and you guys tolerate that and we appreciate it and we want to show you guys a good time. It's the only one time a year that we open up the gates to have an air show like this.
Well, it's interesting you use the term neighbor because 3 of my neighbors are pilots. So literally, it's a way for them to say thank you.
Right.
Now, Little says, replacing 3 aircraft, but does it have a cup holder? Do these aircraft have cup holders?
It might as well.
It will have to come out. And Troy says, please pass this on to the captain. Semper Fi, Devil Dog.
Raw Semper Fi.
and also Sarah Salido says her oldest son says thank you for serving him, and he wants us to give you a handshake. So we'll make sure to do that before you leave.
Thank you.
And Tommy also says thank you for your service. As we do, we want to thank you and the many wonderful men and women in our armed forces that do so much to keep us safe every day. Okay, now because we might have individuals that are new to the community and they've changed up things the last couple of years with the air show and the activities, is this year going to be the traditional air show, no concert? Well, they've had like a separate a big concert. I know there's entertainment at the event.
There is entertainment. There is no concert expected.
Okay. All right. So your traditional daytime entertainment at the event. And is there a cost to get into the air show?
So the air show is free to get in. Now, if you'd like to get upgraded seating, we have chalets, things like that. You can go online at YumaAirShow.com and you can check out what seating is available, and that actually is paid for.
All right. And they're still very economical prices if you're looking at enjoying yourself there. YumaAirShow.com. Mm-hmm. And how will parking work for this event, Captain?
So there's a few entry points. So as you get into the air show, you'll follow the signs. There's a north entry point, and then there's a south entry point. All the information is available online as far as where you need to go. Just make sure you follow the signs.
Yeah. And now there is some things you want to remember because you are going to be going onto an active military base. And there are certain, you must have insurance, all those things apply, correct?
Yeah, so make sure that, what I like to say is just carpool if you can.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, make sure that you have your driver's license, your insurance, any identification that's associated with your vehicle readily available.
And now if people are parking outside of the base, can they walk on?
Yes, you can definitely walk on. We'll have our security guards there checking to make sure that for safety purposes, and that's something I want to bring up as well. Once you come on the base, we have a clear bag policy this year, so no bags that we can't see into.
And that's becoming standard for most events, so I think people are just kind of acclimating to having a clear purse or diaper bag or something that they can use for transport.
So I just ask, people bear with us because still, even if you have a clear bag, it takes a moment to check your equipment and make sure that you're good to go. And
as someone who will be out and enjoying the event, I'm happy you're doing that. National security is a huge thing anymore, and we want to make sure that we take all the opportunities to check people and vet things.
Absolutely.
Now, the actual air show itself is on March 17th, but sometimes they do the show the night before.
The Twilight Show, is there one this year?
So this year, there is no Twilight Show.
Okay.
And reason being is we did a change of command earlier this year, and the original plan didn't include an air show for this year. So the new CO said, hey, Colonel Suggs said, I want to have an air show.
So we're having an air show.
So no Twilight Show this year.
Okay, no problem. And this is one of the events that everybody kind of looks forward to every year. It is a staple event in the community, and it is going to be very full in that area. So please take your time. If anybody's ever been to it before, that there's going to be a line to get in. So take your time. Be cautious of the people that are walking across the streets and things. We want everything to go as planned and with no hiccups in there.
And what about taking water bottles?
So we definitely suggest that you take water bottles, take sunscreen, bring umbrellas, hats, ear protection to make sure you have the most enjoyable experience as you can.
I forget about that part. Teresa and I were fortunate to be on base last September when the president came to town. And it's louder than you remember if you haven't been out there in a while.
Yes, just a little bit.
Okay, again, the website you can go to is YumaAirShow.com. Again, they'll have all the details as to the routes to get in. I know in some years past they've provided shuttle opportunities just to make the actual transit a little easier. Will that be taking place also?
That will be available again this year. So, as I mentioned, north and south at the South Kayla, that's going to be probably your main parking area, and they'll have the shuttle service going all day. As long as the air show is taking place.
Oh, we will keep everyone posted with the details too, and definitely have you on again a little bit closer to the event.
Sure.
That way, if there's anything special that's popped up, we can let people know about that. And it's one of the premier events. It's one of those that it's been around so long, but you see people at that event. You see people at the rodeo and midnight at the Oasis, and then the air show, and they all come in a row during the winter months here in Yuma, as it is.
Yes, definitely. Will there be any record breaking this year? I know last time they had the wall of fire. There you go.
Right. So as you mentioned, we did break the world record for that. I don't know if there will be. We'll just have to stay tuned and
We'll
see what
see.
happens.
Well, the time prior to that, when they tried to set the world record for the Wall of Fire, I was there to photograph it. It's much hotter than you'd anticipate. By the way.
It is.
Some people know.
And it's delayed, right? So it goes off, and then all of a sudden you feel the heat.
Exactly. All right. We want to thank you so much, Captain ADIBE, for coming in and chatting with us here on Today in Yuma. Again, we'll have you on closer to the event, and we want to encourage people, go to yumaairshow.com. Get all the details about the March 17th Air Show at Marine Corps Air Station Yuma this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right,
having me.
it's time to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie out in the courtyard with the captain. We'll be back with Today in Yuma after this. The show's brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. Ask about their advance program. You can get up to a $2,500 advance while your tax refund processes. No additional fees or APR cost if you use the program. Call 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports is your home for Federal Premium Ammunition. They have a full line of all types of ammo at Sprague's on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And Quick Refrigeration, they are here to ensure your comfort in Yuma year-round. They offer commercial and residential service, and they also have 24-hour emergency service available. For details, go to getcoolquick.com.
And our friends over at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services have been providing services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. They are licensed with the Arizona Game and Fish Department for safe, humane wildlife relocation. You can give them a call at 928-343-9149. Message them on Facebook or Instagram.
It's Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. We'll be back after the break.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a selfie now.
For next time, whenever I come in, can I shoot you some other talking
point?
points?
Yo, absolutely. You have my email. Just send them on over, and we'll do that. If there's anything we didn't address that you want me to, just let us know.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that next time I say that we have like the bouncy house and stuff
yeah.
like
Oh, stuff
for the
for the
kids.
kids.
So
Okay.
like, but I'll send it.
Absolutely.
yeah, that
Thank you
sounds
very
good.
much.
Give us 1 second. Yeah, you can leave it right there.
It's nice. It is nice. Perfect.
Which means it's going to be warm this afternoon.
Yes.
I was telling Tim, I'm like, it's February. I'm not turning the air on. But it was warm. It was so warm in my house.
You can come stand by us here.
But face the wall.
Avoid the shadows. Oh, and he's tall.
You're going to look at that camera.
Smile. Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Can you send me that?
Nice to meet you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. He's got to grab his
Thank you.
stuff.
Hello, wrong name, Alyssa.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Good morning.
Good. Right over there.
Facebook Live.
Yes. Don't forget.
Good morning.
My good side, please.
I'll do my best.
Or it won't be pretty.
Right. I love your sweater. It's so cute.
Thank you. Doing some Amazon shopping when Matt's not looking. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, because he was watching.
I know.
I'm telling on yourself there. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You can pull it closer so you don't have to lean in. There you go. Alyssa, you too. Pull it close. Oh, the whole thing.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
We have about 20 seconds. Did Matt show you the pictures? I finally put the shelf up and put my
Did you
shelf
put your
up.
pictures in the shell? Good. It has a home. It has a new home.
He didn't show you the pictures?
No.
What a turd. Okay.
I'll tell him.
Well, no, I'll send them to you too.
What a turd. McDonald. Matt McDonald. Not to be confused with my friend Matt O'Donnell.
I did it, I think before Christmas. I'll send them to you.
Oh, good.
It fits perfect. All right, we ready?
Yep. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are back here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and those of you watching us on Facebook Live, thank you for tuning in. We want to thank Captain ADIBE with Marine Corps Air Station Yuma. Air Show will be on March 17th, and they also have a bunch of stuff for the kids. I know they have a bouncy house and some other activities.
Yes, like you said, well, as we get a little bit closer to the event, we'll have them back in with all those extra details.
All right, now next up in the studio with us, we have Laura Dana. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Alyssa O'Donnell.
Hello.
It's nice to see her on this side of the camera
I
for
know.
once. She watches us every day.
And here. Tell us where you ladies are from.
Country Club RV, and we are just here to tell everybody we're having a big sale this week from starting tomorrow through Friday. And we'll have hot dogs and hamburgers from 11 to 2, and everything's been discounted. We've got a huge selection of lightweight trailers starting as low as brand new, starting as low as $12,000. You can tow them with just about anything. Well, maybe not a small car, but
I've seen
SUV.
some small Civics trying to tow
Yeah.
things.
Everything up to Class C, Class A, you name it. Travel trailers, toy haulers for the sand dunes. The travel trailers are just great. We love to get families, local families, because they're not expensive. They're affordable, and you take the kids out, get out in the middle of nowhere.
That's
Get
what,
out of the house.
that's what we've talked about. I don't know other than, say, Super Bowl commercials when we sit around and talk about things we've seen on TV. But I came out and I go, have you seen the commercial that Laura has on TV talking about getting the kids back out off their devices and
Yes.
playing and enjoying stuff like we did when we were little?
I know, and it's so important. And
Especially nowadays.
yeah, it is, because I see all these kids, and I do it myself. I'm glued to my phone, or I'm glued to a tablet.
Candy Crush.
Yeah, and I just think it's so important, those things, and to be able to do something like this without investing a huge amount of money, and it will last for so long.
And you know what, like you said, it's an investment. And being in the Yuma area, we are so fortunate to have all of these different places at our fingertips, places like the
Every
Concho.
terrain.
Exactly.
Yes.
We can go to the lake. We have that opportunity there.
Within a few hours, we can go to we can go to the
Exactly.
beach. We can go to the mountains. People that like to go hunting take their young ones out and started with that tradition of hunting. You know, it's just important, and that doesn't even count our winter visitors. I mean, we have so many wonderful winter visitors, and we have a lot of them are customers, and they've been back more than once, and we just love them. We have always had a family business, and we treat our customers like they're our family. That's super important to us, and so, you know, you don't see that a lot in business anymore.
And I like, you know, you said that you're having a big sale over there at Country Club RV, but you also are doing like a customer appreciation. You did.
Exactly.
Free hot dogs and hamburgers. We will feed you. We will keep you happy. Come see if there's anything that you're interested in. Like my mom's saying, that we have a vast array of anything for any different terrain and
budgets.
different
Yes.
budgets. Everything as low as I think it was
12,000
was the lowest. For brand new units. So, and these are warranty and get out there. Get out of the house and have fun, family time, bond. Not stuck to your phone.
Well, Laura mentions family, and I don't know if you recall, but you were on my honeymoon with us, Laura.
Oh, good.
My husband
How
and I
nice.
got.
I hope you had fun.
Where'd we go?
We went. It was the Mexican Riviera. And
Oh,
it was
wow.
1994. Jeff and I got married, and we had it was a radio promotion.
Yes,
and
I remember that now.
we provided the opportunity to our listeners and then our clients too to buy these special packages. It was a great deal. So Jeff and I bought one, thought it'd be a great trip, and then we ended up getting married and made it our honeymoon.
It was a
I totally
wonderful trip.
forgot it was
Yes.
your honeymoon. Yeah,
You-
that was
you-
such a fun trip.
You and Brent were on there with
Yes.
us, and Richard,
Houston.
Richard,
Yeah,
Richard was
Richard.
pulling on my ponytail half the ride up to LA. So see, it is like family.
It is.
We've been married. What years? It'll be 24 years this
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
I
wow.
think if my math
Time
is right.
flies.
Yeah, it does.
Feels like yesterday, but an eternity at the
Yes,
same
it
time.
does.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, and we will. I would just to mention the sale. We're going to have factory reps on site for a lot of the brands that we sell. So that's always good because they can answer a lot of questions if people are interested in something, or they have it already and they want to. They just have a question that
And
hasn't been answered.
Where can they find Country Club RV?
We are at 1717 South Pacific Avenue, almost to the mall. kind of behind Lynn's restaurant.
But down the hill.
Down the hill.
Down
If
the
you're
hill.
traveling north. Okay.
Right at the
Yes.
intersection of 16th
Yes,
Street and
and-
Pacific Avenue.
The sale will be starting tomorrow through Friday.
Now, you guys, of course, you sell all of the new vehicles and things, but do you sell parts for, like, people that already have?
We sell some parts, yes.
Okay.
We don't have a huge parts store, but we do sell parts, and we can order them and have them in a day or two if it's something we don't have. We have a full service department with 10 bays.
Oh, awesome.
So we are really busy this time of year, and it's really been fun. This is just 4 years that had the store open. So going from the car business to the RVs has been interesting.
That's another cool thing about the Dana family is that you've been fixtures in the Yuma area for so long too, but business owners. And we take pride on the fact that we partner, Classic Accounting, they've been around for over 30 years. Bragg's has been around since 1956, Quick since 1955, and Advocate for over 20 years now too. And you guys have been in business since before I got here.
Exactly.
And I arrived here in 1993. So, to still be around, though, it says something about the sense of community because you're always finding ways to get involved in different things.
We try. It's one of our goals is to keep involved in the community because I think it's so important. And our heart is here. I grew up here. My parents were from here. My grandparents were from here. So it's been, it's just home. And it's really great to see all the growth and everything else and contribute to the community. We thoroughly enjoy doing that.
Well, Matthew says, "Hey, love."
And Farrah says, look good, ladies.
Yeah.
That's another half of the family. Watching.
We do have a family business.
You do.
And I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And like I said, you can tell when we see your commercials on TV and things like that, those things stick out. You can tell that you're family oriented. And like I said, for it just being a commercial that you see on TV, it wasn't during, the big game or anything like that, but it stuck out to us. And I'm like, have you seen, we were talking about it because we love the message.
I actually had people call me that I know that I haven't talked to in a while and say, I just want to tell you I love your commercial.
I had phone calls as well. It's out of the blue. I'm going, and I hadn't yet seen the commercial. It had just begun to air. And I was like, okay, I have to see this commercial. So
I was going to say, I think I texted you that it was awesome because I saw you in there.
Yeah. That one was really fun to make, and we all got to go have like a fun day out at I think we were at Mitchery Lake.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. It's creating them, and
Everyone sits
being
around
together.
and says, well, I want to get us off our devices and we want to go do things, but I don't see a lot of follow through on that. So I think we all need to kind of,
It's tough.
in 2018, that's important. We need to put family first, but
Yeah.
before technology and Candy Crush. I'm sorry.
yes.
Or Dragon City, if anyone else might be listening right now.
It's a new one.
I have never heard of that one.
Me neither. That's a new one.
So again, you guys over at Country Club RV are having a big sale this week, starting
Yes.
tomorrow, and it's going through when?
Friday.
Going through Friday. Go on down, say hello, have yourself a hot dog and a hamburger, and see. There might be something there that catches your eye. And like you said, there's something that is affordable to you, and take advantage of it now because you know what, those times that I know I enjoy those times that we have out in the desert and we go, we do go. We don't really stay the night at the lake, but we go out there. So definitely take advantage of it, of the sale, and get yourself something nice to go hang out with the family.
And President's Weekend is always, I know it's a big camping weekend for a lot of people in our area because the weather's still nice enough to do it.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
we put
beautiful.
and we
Yes.
put everything off as
Yeah.
we all know with families. We put everything off. It's like, oh, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. Don't put it off.
You can't for
do
fam-
it.
Yep.
Life is too short.
You'll
We've
have
all
regrets.
found that out. And just enjoy your children, enjoy your spouse or your friends, and just have fun. We want to help with that.
All right. We want to thank Laura and Alyssa, our guests today here from Country Club RV with their
Thank
special
you.
going on this week. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's time for our Lotus Day Spa and Salon Selfie out in the courtyard. Jackie wants us to give a shout out to her amazing general manager, Jessica Clark at Domino's Pizza. So good morning.
Good morning.
And thanks to all of you listening and watching on Facebook Live. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com. We'll be back after the break.
We gotta take a selfie.
Hi, Laura, Dana. They are such a sweet family. That's from Dana. Dana Connor.
Oh, how nice.
Good name.
I know. That's what I told Brent. And when Brent and I got married, the girl we had as an husband was Anna. Oh, did I leave it? You can grab it through the other door. Oh, okay.
We'll take our
And I told her, I said, good thing she didn't wear hers when Dana did that. It's out in here. Can I go in there?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful today.
That's what Anita goes, that just means it's going to be warm later. I'm like, yeah.
Just enough of a little bit. You guys have shade. I
Yes.
can do the show from out here.
I know, right?
We've even talked about moving.
come on,
right over here. We're talking about
face-
moving our
that wall over there.
desks.
You know, I worked
here.
here in the late 80s.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Smile. In this building?
Or was it further down on 8th Street? Okay, I think they torn that one down.
Yeah,
when they put Sunset up.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. When we used to have to record on reel to reel ourselves.
The old days.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I remember KSW and we would do the safety commercials. I was
Oh,
really
yeah,
little
when
and I
the
remember
TV
I was doing a fire safety commercial, so I got to go through like a whole box
matches.
of matches. I was so excited. Under supervision.
Always safety first.
Always supervision. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. Bye, ladies.
Bye. I still want you to sing that song for me.
Okay, I'll think about it. The rap?
You offered.
The rap?
No, that song.
Oh my gosh, the bird and the... Yes.
Yes, the one that it was like a wedding or something they were singing at.
Okay, I will work on that. I almost have it.
It was a video that we saw online, and it was like, I want to say it's like an Irish wedding or something, and they had this whole song that they did. It was like sisters. There was like 2 or 3 of them. And Alyssa said, I can do this for you. And I was like, oh, you're on. You're so going to have to do that now. And I think we watched
They're part of a group, aren't they?
I don't know.
I've seen them on PBS. I know the ones you're talking about.
I'll have to pull it up.
Beautiful.
It is. It was really cool.
Phone call was just an accident on 3E and 24th Street. Produce on the ground. All over, avoid the area.
That's right down the road from the other one. The
Yeah,
other one was
I thought-
hay.
We're not
I
exactly
said-
sure if those were the true cross streets.
Well, no,
yeah,
they
those
said
There's one up there
produce.
with hay.
Definitely
And he
produce.
said, this is different, it's produce.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So you know.
Do we know what kind?
Oh, well, broccoli hit Tim's windshield and it was a piece of broccoli.
Broccoli broke?
It wasn't a box?
No, it was a piece. It fell off the trailer, hit
The-
the wheel,
The Ratlin Bog? I don't think that's it.
I don't know.
hit
I'll
the
have to
wheel
pull it
just
up.
the right way. And
Sarah, I'll have to look it up and then I'll share it with you because it's hilarious. It was so. I was like, oh my gosh, these girls are so good. And Alyssa's like, I can do that.
Oh, the one I'm thinking of are the Celtic women.
No, this is. Well, they weren't dressed up or anything. It looks like they were just at a wedding sitting at a table. All right, you ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We have received a call that there is an accident at 3E and 24th Street involving produce, so please use caution in the area because that can be pretty messy.
Yeah. You know, and if it's anywhere near the hay that just fell, so probably just want to steer clear of 3E at the moment.
And yes, someone says 3E is so accident prone. There have been a lot of things there lately because we had the hay earlier, but I think that was a little further down. I don't think it was 32nd Street. I think it was further north.
And you know, there's a lot of trucks in that area. There's a lot of our packing houses that are right there.
Yes.
So it's if you're not used to it, definitely right there at that intersection by the gas station that's right there. You know, getting ready to get onto the freeway. It's definitely a little confusing if you're not used to it. So definitely just be safe. And if you know what, just avoid 3E at the moment because I guarantee you it's going to take them a while to clean that stuff up.
It will, but just as a general practice, anyway, you know how these vehicles have signs that say, I make sharp left turns or something along those
I
lines.
make wide turns.
Yes, I make wide turns. Pay attention to those. Give them extra room because it can get pretty hairy in some of those areas.
You know, we ran into that situation yesterday. In fact, we were at the intersection of 4th Avenue and 3rd Street right there, and they actually, I love it because they just redid the lights up there, and they put new lights, and they put the yellow reflector tape around it.
Right.
But I was to go straight on 3rd Street, you have to be on the inside lane next to the turning lane, and thankfully there was nobody in the turning lane because there was a truck turning off of 4th Avenue to go east, right there onto
In front of the old library, the
right
Heritage.
there, yeah. And I was like I said, I was in the lane next to the turning lane, and I was with my mother-in-law. And as he's turning, I'm looking at her like, "Am I far enough back?" Thankfully, there was nobody in the turning lane. But you have to remember, they can't take those sharp turns, so they have to, kind of compensate for that and go into the other lane. So if you see that somebody's in that turn, especially a big truck is in that turning lane, stay back a ways. There's nothing wrong with it. You can always scoot up as soon as they pass. It's one of those things, like you said, be safe. Kind of be a defensive driver
You
yourself.
have to drive defensively.
You have to pay attention to those things.
Again, there's an accident at 3E and 24th Street involving a produce truck. All right, now we've been talking about some Super Bowl action from yesterday, and we spoke kind of briefly about Justin Timberlake. There were some audio issues going on, but still, it was a good performance overall. I enjoyed it. And Pink, for having the flu, I mean, she did a great job anyway.
Yes.
But for her to be feeling kind of cruddy, and a couple of the players also had the flu.
I have to give props to Pink, because I am a stickler for the national anthem when people are singing it, and I love that she stuck to the traditional way that it's sung.
It's a song that does not need to be made your own.
No, it definitely, in its own right, a lot of times I'll get chills during the national anthem, and she sang it with pride and lots of emotion, and I could feel her voice. I could really feel it in her voice. I know that some people were kind of bad-mouthing her, or for whatever reason.
Some guy tweeted her and said it was terrible.
And in fact, it was fantastic. I didn't realize, I hadn't caught that she was the one that is going to be singing the national anthem. And I was just getting to my mother-in-law's house when she started, and I'm listening to it, and I stopped, and I went into the living room to watch her, because her voice just stuck out. And it didn't sound like a traditional Pink, the way she would sing. It was beautiful.
She's got some pipes. I love
job.
Pink's voice. She does a great job.
So, yeah, and like I said, there's going to be haters out there. No matter what, you can do your best, and you're still going to get those haters that come out. But there was some audio issues with Justin's performance, but I think all around it like you said too. I think we texted each other back and forth. He played it safe.
He did, but there were also, I think, a couple other issues. Someone said that there was just a 30-second blackout spot at one point during the game, and I don't know that had to do with any locally programming from one market to another.
No, I think it was all around, and it was funny because people were turning off their TVs because they're like, "Oh no, what happened to the TV?" And it came back. But
well, they were. I think for the next Star Wars, they opted to debut the trailer during the Today Show today rather than during the Super Bowl because it was so expensive.
Oh wow!
So they were going to go ahead and go that route and play that this morning. But I mean, it's so the prices have just gone up so much.
They have.
But that's where the audience is. But I wonder if the numbers were there this year.
You know what? I'm sure we'll find out here soon. And I have to give props to Tide. They spent a lot of money this year.
Yeah,
as they probably should, consider
damage control. Maybe
I'm
for no fault of their own.
No, no,
they didn't set out to say, "Hey, let's have some idiots try and eat our product."
Yeah,
for their 15 seconds of fame.
You know what? I think they did a good job, and they were very humorous. Their commercials, I enjoyed theirs as well. And then you know what? They got everybody thinking. Almost every commercial, is this a Tide commercial? Because they said, they had the hashtag Tide Clean or whatever it was, and they're like, almost every commercial is a Tide commercial because they're wearing clean clothes, And then you're sitting there wondering, is this another Tide commercial? They did a really good job with their marketing. They really did.
I will have to do my post-Super Bowl follow-up and try and watch all the commercials today. Because, again, I only saw a handful of them. I wasn't watching the game. I had other stuff going on.
And sometimes when you pull them up on YouTube, they're the extra longer versions, so yes. I'm definitely going to be watching that NFL one again with Eli Manning.
That was good. Well, I like to see the ones that didn't quite make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a little edgier, but still funny,
yeah.
but just not necessarily appropriate.
Definitely going to go back and watch. I want you to see the... I was surprised it was a T-Mobile commercial, the one with the babies. Like I said, I'm a stickler for, trying to educate our children because they are our future.
Raise them without prejudice of any kind.
They are going to be the ones that are going to be changing this world for the better, and I think we need to do our part. And I love the commercial, and then the fact that I seen that it was T-Mobile at the end, I said props to you guys. I really, really enjoyed that one.
Well, another national day I missed was, it's actually a World Nutella Day.
Nutella, I like
Do you eat that?
Nutella. Not on a regular basis, but I like it. It's good.
I don't like hazelnuts. Does that surprise
What
you?
is wrong with you?
So, my son was a big fan of it there for a while because I was finding jars that I did not remember buying, but that phase has since passed. But
you know what's funny is my son will eat Nutella with the little biscuit crackers, but he won't eat it if I put it get a big jar of Nutella. It has to be with the little biscuit crackers.
Really? I have to say that one of our local establishment used to have a wonderful hazelnut drink they no longer offer, so boo-hoo to that. But I'm ashamed to know that Jennifer does not like.
But you know me,
But
those things.
it tastes like more chocolatey.
Nutella. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because they add the cocoa to it, so it's
You don't even really taste the hazel.
I do. Just like I can taste the alcohol in any drink.
And you can smell everything too.
Yes,
I got a good.
She has a
sniffer.
very
Super sensory is how I like to refer to my taste and smell and all those other things. So, and speaking of odors, someone believed that they smelled the rotten egg odorant and natural gas yesterday at the Walmart on Avenue B.
Is that why
They went ahead and evacuated all employees and customers over to the Wells Fargo for about an hour.
Okay.
The fire department came in, as did Southwest Gas, and they didn't find any kind of leak. But because it was smelled, especially around the pharmacy area, that could be problematic. So that's why that evacuation was done yesterday. So glad no one was hurt.
Little says the greatest moment on Today in Yuma. What is wrong with you? I don't know if they heard it on the radio, but when Jen says she didn't like hazel, that Anita goes, "What is wrong with you?" We've learned that Jennifer, those Foodylicious commercials on the pickiest person on the staff.
Yeah, it's me.
It's Jennifer.
By the way, in case anyone wondered. All right, it's Today in Yuma. Up tomorrow, we have Allison from Arizona Western College, and we also have a local cardiologist who will be talking about heart health. Tune in. It's Today in Yuma, Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, KCYK Yuma, and KLJZ Yuma. Bye,
All
everyone.
right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
good night. Or good night. Good day.
Good night.
Good night. My head isn't functioning. Good night.